What up, YouTube? This your boy Brian back at you with another video, another reaction video. As of today, if y'all ain't know, your boy Kelly was found guilty on all 9 of his charges, man. This is a sad day in RB history. It's a sad day for the culture, man. But I don't know if dude did it or not. I don't know, but one thing I do know and understand, that I know some of y'all young girls might get mad at me for saying this, but some of y'all know y'all clout chasers, man. Y'all clout chasers, man. Now, I'm not saying that dude didn't. I mean, if he knew better, he should have known better from fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, some of y'all females, y'all do a little bit too much, and nigga can't really tell your age, and females lie like men lie. You know what I'm saying? So hey, y'all be the judge. Don't judge me. I'm just a messenger, you dig? But we're going to go ahead and get into this video. We're going to see what the prosecutors have said. Whoever else has got their little deliberation or whatever. So let's check them out, y'all.
I want to thank the U.S. Attorney's Office and the federal prosecutors in this case. Thank you for shining a light and helping me to get out from under that rock that I stayed under for far too long. Also, thank you to the federal agents who have listened to my story and for all that you have done to protect myself and others over the last 2 years. If you've been in a similar situation, I urge you to come forward as well. It will be like a weight lifted off of your shoulders. No one should have to live like that.
This is crazy.
Well, I mean, since the verdict was not just announced, I've not had a chance to consult with all of them. But I know that a number of them feel that if he's been convicted of any crimes, whether or not it was crimes for which he was charged in reference to them, that they're happy that he's convicted.
This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I can't hear your question.
Are they upset that it's taken this long for this to happen?
Are they upset that it's taken this long for things to happen? Well, they understand that justice moves at a glacial pace. It's not like it is on television, which I've said many times. Everything doesn't happen within 1 hour.
Well, in regards to Sonia, the jury didn't come back and based on their decision, they did not believe your client. They did not believe.
Well, it's not a question of whether they believed her. It's a question of whether they found guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's very different than whether they believed her.
So there was doubt in their decision with your client.
Pardon me?
There was doubt in their decision with your client.
You would... Go ahead.
Thank you, Claudia. I think the prosecution wants to speak.
Sure. No problem. No problem.
Okay, the United States Attorney for the Eastern District is going to speak, and then she'll be followed by the Special Agent in Charge, Homeland Security Investigations.
Homeland Security? What they got to do with this?
It's Jacqueline, Jacquulyn, Kasulis, Kasulis, U.S. Attorney, Eastern District of New York, Acting U.S. Attorney, Eastern District of New York, and she'll be followed by Peter Fitzhugh, Fitzhugh, Special Agent in Charge, Homeland Security Investigations.
Homeland.
They're not going to take any questions because
Y'all trying to say that man was a terrorist? He was a booty terrorist?
I'd like to put up. Can you raise this mic stand a little bit, or
Shit.
is the podium going to get in the way of the mics?
It's going to get in the way.
Huh?
It's going to get in the way.
Can you raise this mic stand?
No, it's in the way.
All right, because I'm going to put in. I'm going to bring over that podium so they can put some papers down in front of it.
Well, y'all look forward to hanging the nigga, don't you?
Jason, were you surprised?
Shit, this is beyond me, man. This is really beyond me. All the motherfuckers waiting in line to speak negative about a black man,
Okay. Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. It's on the edge.
Okay. Okay, Jacqueline Kasulis, U.S. Attorney first, followed by Peter Fitzhugh.
U.S. Attorney, prosecutor, Homeland Security. Want to talk that shit, man. Want to put dirt on the nigga name, man. Well, I tell you one thing, the system is not for a black man at all, under no circumstance. See what this bitch got to say.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Kasoulis, and I am the acting U.S. Attorney here in the Eastern District of New York. Today's guilty verdict forever brands R. Kelly as a predator who used his fame and fortune to prey on the young, the vulnerable, and the voiceless for his own sexual gratification. A predator who used his inner circle to ensnare underage girls and young men and women for decades in a sordid web of sex abuse, exploitation, and humiliation.
Wow.
To the victims in this case, your voices were heard and justice was finally served. This conviction would not have been possible without the bravery and resilience of R. Kelly's victims. I applaud their courage in revealing in open court.
She took time to write this shit.
Intimate and horrific details of their lives with him. No one deserves what they experienced at his hands or the threats and harassment they faced in telling the truth about what happened to them.
Man, ain't no harass nobody,
we hope
man.
that today's verdict brings some measure of comfort and closure to the victims.
Victims, huh?
This conviction is the latest in a long line of prosecutions by this office to protect women and vulnerable minors from sexual predators. Today's result was made possible by the outstanding work, dedication, and skill of the prosecution team. AUSA's Elizabeth Geddes, Nadia Shahada, and Maria Cruz Melendez. And senior investigator Keith Kolovich and paralegal specialists Kira Wenthen and Alyssa Fagel. Their grace under pressure was truly extraordinary. I want to commend and thank the Special Agents Ryan Chabot and Sylvette Reynoso of the Department of Homeland Security Investigations under the supervision of Supervisory Special Agent Elvin Hernandez for their outstanding work on the case, along with detectives from the New York City Police Department. Together, this superb team spent countless hours over years to sort through records and documents and interviewing over hundreds of witnesses to painstakingly marshal the facts and build a strong case. I also want to thank the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Northern District of Illinois, and Cook County State's Attorney's Office for its assistance. Last but not least, I want to thank the men and women of the jury for their time and attention throughout the trial and for their careful assessment of the overwhelming evidence in this case. In rendering its verdict today, the jury delivered a powerful message to men like R. Kelly. No matter how long it takes, the long arm of the law will catch up with you.
Long arm, huh?
I will now turn over the microphone to HSI Special Agent in Charge, Peter Fitzhugh. Thank you.
Making yourself look good, sound good, and tarnish a nigga.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pete Fitzhugh, and I'm the Special Agent in Charge for Homeland Security Investigations here in New York. Before I begin my remarks, I'd like to quickly thank Acting United States Attorney for EDNY, Jacqueline Kasoulis, and her amazing team of prosecutors. Today's verdict brings an end to Robert Kelly's decade-long reign of terror over many vulnerable girls, boys, and young women. With this verdict, it is my sincere hope that it will also begin the healing process for these brave survivors. Today's decision demonstrates that our system of justice knows no boundaries and will hold criminals accountable, regardless of their fame or fortune. Mr. Kelly once said, "I'm no angel, but I'm no monster either." I wholeheartedly disagree with that. The investigative and prosecution team spent months conducting hundreds of interviews, analyzing documentary and electronic evidence, all of which confirmed the true depravity of Mr. Kelly. For years, Mr. Kelly believed that his power and fame could defy the justice system and allow him to continue his abuse. Today, a jury of Mr. Kelly's peers confirmed that these courageous victims have known for far too long. Mr. Kelly is a prolific serial predator.
God damn, that was a
Despite
prolific.
numerous reports of his destructive abuse over the years, Mr. Kelly's brazen acts of intimidation against his accusers kept him shielded from prosecution. Mr. Kelly had the audacity to engage with his associates to bribe and threaten victims, their families, and witnesses, all in an effort to prevent the truth from being told. Make no mistakes, these actions by Mr. Kelly and his associates were not only designed to hide the truth, but also to keep and continue his destructive ways against the young and vulnerable. In their failed attempt to evade justice, Mr. Kelly and his associates made one critical error. They underestimated the resilience and courage of the victims who refused to be silenced. He believed that his fame would drown out the voices, that they would not be believed, and that his notoriety would deter tenacious investigators.
15, 20 years, you motherfuckers want to try to say y'all was resilient. Nah, bitch, y'all whole needed some money.
Know this, we stand here today because of them. Without them, today would not have been accomplished. Today is their day. HSI and our partners at EDNY take a victim-centric approach to investigations, ensuring that we swiftly focus our efforts on those most impacted by the crime. With this in mind, I truly believe that in light of the great bravery of these victims and their advocates, it would be much more appropriate to call them survivors, as they were victims.
Surviving. You been free for the past 15, 20 years?
A few moments to speak publicly.
Survive your own bullshit.
HSI special agents and our partners performed on their behalf. A lot has been said about the relationship between law enforcement and the communities we serve. Today is a reminder of our profession's highest calling, to protect the public against oppressors. Today's verdict was not inevitable. It was only possible because these survivors placed their trust in law enforcement. They believe that agents and prosecutors would diligently seek out the truth and bring Mr. Kelly to justice. For that, you have my utmost respect and admiration. Today, we stand united with the survivors and our community with one simple goal in mind. Mr. Kelly and others like him will never again be in a position to abuse others. Together, we will continue this work to make certain that one day, days like today won't be necessary. Thank you.
You got your clout. Got your fame up. Wow, man, this is really crazy, man. I don't know if y'all heard about it, how many years that he got, or if his life or whatever. I ain't catch none of that. No one said anything, so I'm still waiting to hear from that. You know, this is buck wild, man. The king of R&B, man. You know. I mean, dude said that he ain't no angel, but he ain't no monster neither. Now, I done seen some of dude's interviews over the past couple of years, you know, and, you know, it was one that he said that kind of struck me, not the one he did with Gail. It was one he did with somebody else a long time ago, where somebody asked him, does he like young women? And Kel's reply was, how old are we talking? You know, for me, that was kind of a red flag on the play right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had the opportunity, you know, to say, hey, look, I don't like young women, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. But you said openly, you know, how old are we talking? So, granted, everybody knows the legal age of females is 18 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everything with consent or whatever, you know, shit like that. But that was the only answer that man has ever given that made me raise my eyebrows a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. But I don't know, Kels, man, you know, maybe you did it one far too many. I mean, with the whole Aaliyah situation, I'm sure that they brought that up in court about his marriage to Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago. Shit, I was still probably in my mid late teens when all that went down. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Let me fast forward some of this video. We ain't gonna sit through all this shit. Well, I guess that's the final straw for Kills, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is in New York or whatever. I don't know if this is his final case or charges, or just he had charges in or whatever. So I don't really know. I gotta do some more probing, but I honestly though, I really hope and pray that they either two things, man. If dude is a sick individual, man, or if dude just got a purpose for little girls, whatever, man, I pray he change his ways. Shit. I mean, they let Bill Cosby go, false charges or whatever that case was. But anyway, y'all, I want y'all to comment down below, man. I want y'all to really. I'm gonna dig around and find some more information on this situation and find out what was said. If they had cameras inside the courthouse, which I highly doubt, but somebody gonna come out with some information about the jury's decision and the evidence that was supposed to be against dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the meantime, man, like I say, man. And this go for my dudes, man, my fellas, man. Y'all gotta watch these little young girls, man. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of them develop a lot more than what they age really deem them to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them carry themselves maturely. You know what I'm talking about? I say it again, men lie, women lie. But sometimes these little young girls, man, some of them just hot in the ass. You know what I'm saying? They just wanna be down. You know what I'm saying? They so. I can't find the right words for it though, man. But when you clout chasing, man, you a female say or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And all that old shit. So that's why I say, man, they wasn't victims, man. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers had the opportunity to leave, to do whatever, call your mama, call your daddy. That man had y'all locked up in no basement and shit like that, saying that y'all couldn't leave and all that. Y'all had free range and free will to do what y'all want to do. Y'all chose to stay. You know what I'm talking about? Now, which I can understand that's when it becomes consent, you know what I'm saying? But now if dude out there catching, tenderonis out there, man, and kills, man, you fucked up, big boy. You fucked up, big boy. But I'm hoping and praying that ain't the case, man. But but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, man. Y'all comment in the video, subscribe, like the video, share, whatever y'all want to do, man. I'm out. Peace.
I'm an icon, man, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.